Yo! Okay guys, what's up? Lord Shadows here today to do One Piece chapter 771 review. Man, I'm gonna tell you that this one is a sick fucking mad love. Mad love. I mean, Baby 5 and Sai. What a strange combination. Okay, but I will begin at the beginning to the end, and I will speak everything. So at the beginning of the chapter, we still have continuously that Zoro is fighting Pika, and of course on the plateau of the Dressrosa, and here he comes King Isabella II, and try to offer his help to defeat him with his King Punch. That can be only used 1 hour. And of course Zoro said that he refused, and no thanks, you can keep that King Punch for later. You can save it for later, because for now, as we see, Zoro said, Pika is trying something. Pika is trying something, or maybe doing a counterattack. Something like that. So even if Pika is trying something, Zoro is trying to something, because if he said he tried to save the King Punch for later, it means he's planning something. I mean, he plans, like Pika plans a counterattack, so Zoro plans a counterattack on him. My suspicion, that's what I guess. Because for now, Zoro is fighting Pika, and I'm hoping Zoro will be the one to defeat him, because I don't want the other members of the Corrida Coliseum just destroy him that way so they can take all the glory. No. Zoro one who began the fight against him, Zoro have to finish it. But let's move on. So, second part of the chapter. Oh God. Oh my God. All those shit words that Sai said to chapter 770. Baby 5, all this take it all at once and thought that he needs her. He needs her. And so in a sort of way, all other people that try to marry Baby 5. So Sai is another victim. Is another victim who tried to, that she thinks that he needs her. Something like that. And of course, in that way we can see that Baby 5 fell in love with him, because she thought that finally someone needs her. Of course, this one why was the one that was Sai, the one she had to fall in love with him? But that doesn't matter. So that's another thing. Another thing is, Lao G will never stop to impress me. I mean, all his fighting skills, and he said that, like, also a way, of course, he's 70 years old, but he said all the pain what all people have give them strength. They bring transform it or make them powerful enough so they can deal with everyone, even if their health is so bad enough, or they're sick. That's somehow Lao G thinks. So that's how he fights. And then he's on G pose, G pose, something like that. They do the G pose. What he did, in that way, I mean, that was strange in this chapter. It was really strange to see, like, Lao G's soul is just flying up and away in the sky. It reminds me of Brook, thanks to his Yomi Yomi no Mi. Yami Yami is Blackbeard, so sorry. It's the Japanese words. Yomi Yomi no Mi. It reminds me of him. His powers. Like how he says the words and his soul just was thrown up from his body so he can do whatever he wants, or the other techniques, something like that. So that's how Lao G, like, he was dying somehow. He just tried to lift this world up and up, and everyone was were crawling at him somehow. Please, Lao G, don't leave, something like that. And all of a sudden, yeah, the soul has come back in the body. Lao G is a really, really odd, different man. I mean, of course, in that way, we can see that like all this techniques what Lao G did. Of course, he's trying to knock out Qin Zhao, and of course, we can see that Qin Zhao is very badly injured. Even if he had this drill, well, he had in the first part of the chapter, he had it before Sai crack, broke it with his Bushoku Haki leg strike that he gave him. Of course, well, about this, there's not much to say. That Lao G is still fighting him, trying to knock out, like I said, Qin Zhao, and that's where this crazy marriage shit fight begins. Sai tried to explain that all those words, what he said in the flashback, he only tried was joke. I mean, all these words, all these words what he's trying to say. The only thing what he's trying to say is that all this what he said, okay, all this what he said was in a fighting style, a fighting style talking, something like that. So that's what he meant. I mean, he never meant all this time. I know, of course, he never meant that to try to how can I not express her, try to impress her that he needs her. He doesn't want to try to explain all this time. He doesn't want to try to explain that. But of course, Baby Five, all the shit into she just swallowed up and believed it. So when Baby Five she said no, I will do for you everything, whatever you want, just ask. And he would say, oh yeah, sure, if that's what you wish, kill yourself. And it's where Baby Five transformed her arm in a gun. She was ready to shoot herself, and this is where Sai shocked. No, I didn't mean that. It was just an expression. I mean, I didn't really mean that you tried to kill yourself. Please don't. And that time, Qin Zhao was even show anger that Sai was showing mercy to an opponent, to an enemy. That he's trying to put a disgrace. Somehow he's putting a disgrace into the Hapu Navy. And he already said that he had how the manga panda said. I mean, their translation, it means that Sai already had a proposal. It appears with a daughter, a girl. I mean, I don't know, daughter or girl to another navy. I don't really remember the name right now. So it appears like Qin Zhao wants that Sai marry this girl, whatever, of this other navy. So then, those two navies can make an alliance and put them all together, and so somehow became, I suppose, bigger and stronger, something like that. So that's what I think. So that's how Qin Zhao. That's why he wasn't somehow against Sai showing mercy to Baby Five and even tried to marry her. Something like that. And that's where Sai and Qin Zhao was trying to talk like Sai when he said you're not my instructor anymore, old man, stuff like that. I choose my own way of thinking, attacking, and taking advantage or something like that. I have my own way. You, old man Qin Zhao, have your own way. And there's when Baby Five was struck, of course. She was ready to pull the trigger, and there's when Sai came, slammed her over her face, over her cheek, sorry. So try to stop her, that he really mean what he really said, just to kill her, something like that. And of course, with all these busy and secretly marriageable chat with Sai and Baby Five, Qin Zhao tried to attack him with a Bushoku Haki drill. Of course, drill his head. Tried to attack him to just somehow pursue him, or that he's putting a symbol of disgrace to the Hapu Navy. And of course, that's why he's trying to attack him. When he tried to attack him, Sai attacked him with the Bushoku Haki leg and crack, broke again his drill. I mean, yeah. I mean, I like Jinzhao. Oh, I like him. I like this old man. Yeah, yeah. I like him very long. I mean, his thing, his string, his drill, his head. I really like him. It's a real shame that he had to broke up his drill once again. The first one was Garp in the past. I mean, it was 30 years ago, something like that. And then the second, and then Luffy give back his drill again with the, I think it was Thorax, something like, with Thorax in the Corrida Coliseum. And then that's why his own grandson broken his drill once again. And this time, when Jinzhao have his broken drill, he's vulnerable. He's vulnerable to his enemies, and that's why before that, when he tried to, when Sai when he tries to give a splash in the face, he tried to tell to Baby 5, how the hell can you think like that? I mean, sorry. I mean, how he can think of that? That someone needs her, or something like that, and that's why we had a little flashback of Baby 5. Why she's thinking like that? Why she thinks that someone finally needs her, even if this need is dying to kill herself. And of course, I explains why. I mean, her mother. I mean, everybody was against that she give birth to such unneeded child like Baby 5, and her own mother tell her right in her eyes that she doesn't need her, and she had to stay here and never come back. Now that's why I understand why Baby 5 psychologically she's nuts, why she always thinks that someone needs her. That's why always Joe and Lao G, everyone was trying to tell her, stop like that, stop thinking like that. Now I understand why she's acting like that. I mean, your own mother telling her no one doesn't need you anymore. That you are unneeded child, something like that, in her own eyes. Well, that's what make not all children, but some children who really care for the family, and for love to be needed, they really can psychologically break them. Just like Baby 5. So that's how somehow I understand it. I understand also whole thing that she tried to shoot her, that she tried to say to Sai that whatever you want, just tell me. I will do it for you. Like she did to everybody, to all others proposals that Doflamingo killed. No, should I say fiancé? All the fiancés that Doflamingo killed. Yeah. So, that's one part, and believe me, it was a crazy one and really funny. I mean, all this chapter we had a lot of drama, progression, action, and mostly humor, and shocking news, and a flashback. Flashback by 5. Why, and in this part, why Oda's trying to explain what's wrong with 5 and why she's thinking like that. That's the second part. The third part is all this Sai and Baby 5 loving chat, something like that. Lao G take this opportunity, strike down Jinzhao, and this time I believe that he totally defeated him. Oh yeah, sorry, before that, sorry. When Sai broke his drill, after the flashback and everything, when Sai broke his drill, he's trying to run to Jinzhao, his own grandfather, and tell him, I'm sorry, what have I done, I'm sorry, something like that. Nothing. Jinzhao was not even angry for breaking his drill. That his own grandson struck him. No. He was happy. He was happy because at that point in time, the gift that Jinzhao had in his younger days now belongs to Sai. I mean, Jinzhao had the power of the drill, his head. Now Sai had the power of his feet, and it can cut off, break in half, an ice continent, just in the same way like Jinzhao did. I mean, it was 30 or 25 years ago, something like that. Some years like that, something like that. So it's really pretty honor, and even he gave away his title. I mean, before Sai and Boo, Jinzhao was the Don Jinzhao. And now Jinjai honorably, because he's proud of him, proud of his own grandson, proud of his own flesh and blood, he gives him the Dawn rank, the true leader of the Happy Navy. Now that's very honorable. I mean, that's very, very honorable and great scene for Qin Zhao. I mean, what we can expect from Qin Zhao. Very honorable, very honorable. And that's where Lao G, and that's where this crazy grandpa, this crazy little grandpa, well, this time he's not little, because when he struck the final blow to Qin Zhao, he was all just like Hulk style. I mean, he had all the strength that he had not confiscated. He had keep them as a reserve from his younger days. He used them to strike the final blow to Qin Zhao and knock him out, this time for real. You see, sometimes Lao G, how much old and fractal and miserable he can be, he's full of surprise. All like few old people in One Piece, in all One Piece. He can be full of surprises. That's what I think. And there is when Sai, of course with all compassion and love for his own grandpa Qin Zhao. I mean, Lao G, I knew he was strong, but seeing that part, he's not that strong. Even if he's old, he's not that strong. Sai, with his Bushoku Haki fist, and Lao G just preparing the G turning, he's preparing the G to strike him with one single leg strike. He knocked out Lao G. Lao G. He struck down Lao G with one single blow. And that's how, and that's when he was defeated, he said to Lao G, "It's done to you." Yeah. Like that's very funny quote. I mean, it's not a funny quote, but very hardcore quote that everyone gives when they defeat an opponent. They always give to them a hardcore or funny quote, and this one was pretty hardcore. Oh, just like "It's done to you." That was the final scene of the chapter, and it was really amazing. But the craziest part, oh God, bam bam bam, da dum da dum, da dum da dum. Sai have decided to make Baby Baby 5 his own wife. And Baby 5, of course, she was so happy. And someone will finally marry her. This is one of the craziest old couple I ever seen in One Piece. It really is. Okay. I said everything what you need to know. I said everything. The only thing I can say right now is Sai, of course, I do. Baby 5, I do. The only thing I can say now is I pronounce you now husband and wife. You may kiss the bride if you have the guts. Some crazy marriage, but very good humor. I can say very good humor. So somehow I'm done. So read the video, subscribe, comment. For today's give me some what you think about this whole crazy marriage. Lao G attacks that Qin Zhao was defeated and Sai is the new leader of the Hapu Navy. Peace, everyone. Peace, everyone. Have an awesome day.